like, I've had a lot of friends recently who have broken up and they have like really bad feelings towards their ex, and I just keep telling them, like, I sound, like, to them, maybe it would seem to them that I don't, what do you call that, that I'm not validating their feelings or something, like, like, because they complain about their exes as if they were the scum of the earth, something like that. And then I just always tell them, like, it's really down to compatibility. You're not compatible. Like, you really were not compatible during the relationship because you wanted this, he wanted that. For example, let's say you wanted to talk every day, that person didn't really want to talk as much. Something like that. And he is not wrong and you are not wrong. That's what he wanted. He wanted, independence. He wanted to do his own thing. You wanted to talk all the time, and that's what you wanted to do with your time. But then, like, there is such thing as a compromise. It's just that it's one thing to, like, compromise your needs, and one thing to, like, how do I say this? Like, one thing to, like, meet them in the middle.
Mhm.
But if at the end of the day you're kind of like compromising your core, like you're never at peace with yourself because you feel like what you're doing isn't natural to you. For example, like if it becomes a chore, like, oh, I have to talk to you because you always want to talk, or like, you know what, if he doesn't want to talk, fine, but during the times we're not talking, I really feel super antsy and I feel super anxious because, like, we're not talking, so, like, yeah, you can compromise, like, let's say you set a time to talk or something, but if at the end of the day, like, if what you're doing is really, like, it doesn't make you feel good, because for me, like, like, who you're with should put you at peace.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally agree. It's really like many times in a relationship, you try to dissect what happened, and you try to like analyze what this person did to you and stuff, and it shouldn't be that way. Sometimes you just got to realize that maybe your differences is what made the relationship not work, because you had different point of views, you had different goals, different visions.
Yeah.
And it happens, it really happens. And it even happens with people that you spend 6-7 years with, and it's sad to see, but sometimes people just grow into a different direction. They you kind of like start the same and then you diverge, and there's nothing you can do about that. You cannot beat yourself up over it and say, I should have done something differently. No. In the end of the day, you shouldn't be bitter or feel hostility towards your ex for just changing, or for just not being in the same level, in the same wavelength as you. I think you just move on and thank your ex, quoting Ariana Grande here, thank your ex, right? And go to the next. In the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody who matches your wavelength, somebody who's going to match your energy, your wavelength, and it's a good thing, because there's so many people out there, and if you just shut yourself off from the opportunity to meet other people, then you'll never find your soulmate, your perfect person.
If you guys want to check out the full episode, click the link on the screen or head on over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever podcasts are available. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.